Oh, how you guys doing out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast. I'm here with my boy Jeremy. We're here to present you our NBA live segment for Monday, March 2nd. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our videos. And if you have any questions, man, that's the time. It's the time now for you to ask us. That's kind of what we're here for on this video. And we do also, you still have about 30 minutes. Go check out all of our articles and everything else we got on the site, dfscheatsheet.com. So what's up, Jeremy, man? Let's talk some business real quick before lock. We got 28 minutes. Real quick before we do kind of get into it, can you kind of update us on where we're at injury-wise and stuff like that?
There is so much going on in the NBA. Zach LaVine is ruled out. Denzel Valentine will start. Denzel Valentine's a guy I was big on in my deep dive podcast today. Victor Oladipo, he's been ruled out. Oladipo, he's been dealing with some soreness. As a guy who's in a pretty good spot today, so extra usage there for a couple of other guys. You've just got there's a ton of guys across the board. Reggie Bullock is ruled out for the Knicks today. Aaron Gordon has been ruled out. Andre Drummond has been ruled out. LaMarcus Aldridge.
Real quick, just Andre Drummond and Tristan Thompson, both bigs out there in Cleveland, have been ruled out. Just want to throw that out there.
Both of them are out. We could talk about who we think is going to benefit from that situation too. LaMarcus Aldridge has been ruled out. Damian Lillard has been ruled out. Markkanen, he won't play today. I know there's some talk of Markkanen perhaps playing. Porzingis, he's also out. Those are kind of the main injuries on the slate to talk about. Darius Garland, Cleveland's really shorthanded with no Garland. He's out. No Thompson, he's out, who you mentioned. Drummond, again, he's out. So they're very shorthanded. Look for Carlin Sexton to roll over to the point guard position like he did last year. There's been a couple of guys in the past that have taken a hit because of Sexton moving to the shooting guard and Garland playing the point guard position, mainly Jetty Osman. I think Kevin Porter, who's going to start today, is a very popular play. And I think Osman's a guy you could take a shot on in tournaments because they are so shorthanded. And Larry Nance, he'll be the most popular play in the world. He's been the streamlined play for Cleveland every time there's been an injury situation. But that's kind of the bulk of the injury news.
But hey, the Larry Nance thing is Larry Nance, when he plays minutes, he usually doesn't disappoint just because he just does so much. And then a couple of guys that are really standing out to me just based on some of the news that I've got from you and I've seen all day. With LaVine out, I really, really, really like Denzel Valentine here at a bare minimum price tag. He's a guy that he's shown us the past couple of years that could definitely play, and he definitely gives us some upside here. So I really like him. And then I'm sticking with Chicago, man. I really like Wendell Carter Jr. going against a Dallas team who doesn't have a real starting center. The guy's definitely a guy that fills up the stat sheet very quickly. So there's some really, really good value out there in Chicago as well.
Another guy that we've talked about in our Value Street article in 2 of the last 3 slates is DeAndre Hunter. And now Cam Reddish has just been ruled out. DeAndre Hunter, if you don't know about DeAndre Hunter, this guy gets kind of undershadowed or overshadowed, however you want to say it, by Cam Reddish. Most people move to Cam Reddish. They're looking for value in Atlanta. But Hunter, this guy has scored major fantasy points in like 8 of the last 10 games. So, I really like him in this spot now that Reddish has been ruled out. He's another guy.
Yeah, for sure. And then did you bring up – you talked about Aaron Gordon already being ruled out?
Aaron Gordon, yes.
Aaron Gordon ruled out. And who's starting in his place? I was trying to pull it up right now.
So we're going to go – here's another guy. I'm so glad you reminded me to come back to this. There's a guy who's going to start for him that a lot of people might not know.
Gary Clark.
Gary Clark is going to start for him. We know Gary Clark going back to last year in Houston. He had a really good run with them as a guy that was on a 10-day contract and then ended up getting extended to the season. So he'll start for him. I think that puts – look, there's 2 other guys that are going to benefit from him not playing, right? Kim Birch, we know, has been somebody who's benefited in the past from him not playing. And then Mo Bamba seems to make the most of the opportunities when Aaron Gordon's not on the floor. So he could be in line for some extra run as well. Tonight looks like tournaments, stars and scrubs. There's a ton of value on the board.
There's crazy value out there. I was looking at it, and we could continue go. We talked about the Magic and that value. We could continue to still look at the Portland guys. Whiteside and McCollum are pretty high, but there is some guys that are still coming in very fair price tags. Carmelo, Ariza, Gary Trent. I think that those guys are definitely still in play, and the fact that the funny thing about DFS, bro, is that we're getting these guys that are just getting ruled out. So a lot of people automatically, LaVine's out, we're gonna go to Valentine, or we're gonna go to this guy, and people are gonna ride those guys just because of the recent news. And don't get me wrong, I really like Valentine, but people are not going to play Gary Trent. They're not going to continue to play Carmelo and Ariza because Lillard has already been out for like a week or two. It's no new news. People always jump to the new news, and there's still a lot of really good plays out there, you know, based on injuries. That's not just late breaking type news. You know what I mean?
One of our members, right, Matthew Dwyer, I call him Chef Dwyer because he's a chef, but he always quotes my favorite phrase that I use all the time, which is sift through the shit. You just have to, because like you said, so many injuries in NBA can break late in the day, and then those overshadow, like you just said, some guys that were already good value plays on the slate. You know, a guy like Terrence Ross, we were on him early this morning. Terrence Ross is filling up the stat sheet, especially in, you look at his last 3 games, where in 2 of them he scored at least 20 points. So, you know, when a shooter's hot, play him. You look at Dallas with Doncic. Doncic is in a really good spot because he's the only real scorer that they have. I mean, yes, they have Seth Curry, and yes, they have Tim Hardaway Jr., but Doncic, without Porzingis, that 1-2 punch, Doncic is going to eat the bulk of the usage against a Chicago team that's very, very shorthanded. So, you know, early in the day, these are plays we liked. They're still really good plays as you kind of sift through the shit. Don't get taken off the plays you liked earlier in the day.
Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely agree with you. So do we got any questions out there? If not, I got a lot of lineups that I got to enter. But I definitely think that we really highlighted on the key news. The last one that I'll quickly just talk about real quick, just I don't want to skip over. We talked about Oladipo being out. With Oladipo being out, another value play, another really, really good value play. I think that you can look at Aaron Holiday. He's going to get that start. He's a guy that's probably going to go overlooked, and I think that he's another really, really good play at a bare minimum price tag. And we've seen Aaron Holiday can definitely, you know, light it up and fill up the stat sheet when given the opportunity for sure. So he's just a guy that I definitely wanted to mention. You know, like I said, he's just too cheap, especially if he's going to play around 30 minutes for sure.
And the last guy I'll mention before we get out of here is one of my favorite plays on the slate. My favorite play is probably Hunter right now, but he becomes more obvious with Reddish being ruled out. My second favorite play from a value standpoint on the slate is Matthew Dellavedova. He's played at least 18 minutes in 2 of the last 3 games. And then you look at how shorthanded they are. It's a guy who's already playing minutes. We know the upside Dellavedova brings to the table. A guy can definitely go 6X. And when you look at all the value on the board of the point guard position, especially in Chicago, right? They got Shaq Harrison, Ryan Arcidiacono, even Kobe White, 6,200. I think Dellavedova is a guy, very minimum value play, could get a lot of run tonight, could get you 6X.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that that's a good call. It's going to be under-owned, and we know we need those under-owned guys, and we're trying to hit the big money for sure. So, yeah, I think, you know, no more questions. I think we got through that. I think, yeah, we're ready to get out of here. So, hey, thank you guys for checking out this video. We got a lot of really good stuff going on the site. So make sure at least subscribe to our YouTube channel and see some of our free videos, win some money, jump in our Discord. It's absolutely free. Hey, check it out, all right? Hey, dfscheatsheet.com. Hey, thanks for hopping on this with me, Jeremy. Hey, peace out, guys.